Hello, Americans. Back again. It's been a week or two since I did another video, since we had to sit down, me and Miss Kitty. Everything, as you can see, there's snow on the hill. Come back here. But, and it's been just bitter cold the last few days. Actually, last week or whatever, man, below zero and stuff, so it's been pretty dang cold. Snow, with the snow, it's warmed up some. Got the cabin, got the rest of the plastic up on the cabin. That helps with the wind tremendously. I actually plastic this off until I get time to build it right. Some things have changed up here on the homestead. Katie and Tim, they got married, I guess 3 weeks ago or something, and they're going to have a baby. So we're going to have a little grandbaby running around the homestead. But they went ahead and, we all sat down and talked about stuff, and just the way that, we're having to live and stuff up here right now, better off, especially with there being their first baby and stuff like that. I mean, our kids grew up in a motorhome traveling around, but we had 3 of them. So we'd done that. But with their first, they decided to rent a place, so they actually rented a place in town here, which is about 2 miles down the road, so not too bad. And then they're out here all the time. So, which one thing's nice now is we can go over there and use their showers. I don't have to be all doing the old school washpan thing like we were. But so that's changed. So they're living off the property until the baby comes, and then they may end up coming back out here or not. Kind of animal wanting to get out of the cabin. But so that's changed. The rest of us, Cara and KVD and us, are still here, of course. Ain't going nowhere, man. I love it up here. So the weather has warmed up a little bit now with the snow and stuff. We're about a little less than 2 weeks till Christmas, man. We're almost through this thing. It's going to be slim pickings this Christmas. And that's something I wanted to touch base on is people, I get the questions and stuff, and people are asking me, and they have before, and I kind of talked a little bit, touched it, is how we make a living and stuff. And people just assume in some of the comments, and of course you get the haters and stuff. I don't even know why they bother sending the email. I guess it's their way to vent or something. They just don't, they just don't get it. Some people just don't get what we're doing or whatever. But it's each their own. It's America, man. So, but anyway, as far as the way we make our living, like I said, I've done, we're semi off the grid. I went into that, so we have power, and I'll always, once we get the solar power and stuff, I've got to use some of the technology because, man, I have no money in the bank. When I bought this property and the move up here, we went completely flat, busted. It took everything I had for this piece of property and the move up here. We spent over $2,000 in fuel getting all this junk up here. So just, the people that think that we're just doing this, for whatever reason and that we have money and blah, blah, blah. No, we don't. That's why I don't have insulation, in the cabin. And, that's why we're doing it. I'm totally into the recycle, reclaim, but it's also, I would have this thing insulated if I had the money to insulate it. So anyway, but the way that we do make a living, we do all right. We raise our food. Once we get through this winter thing, we ain't going to get rich, but we'll definitely prosper after, the springtime when the yard sales and the flea markets and what we do starts kicking back up. It's just getting through this winter. But, so anyway, the way that we make our living, and survive and stuff right now is I've done flea markets, antique shows, and all that for, my whole life. I started doing flea markets with my dad in my teenage years. So, and then I've done them, I did them full time for about 8 years or 10 years, traveling around that motorhome. And we still, even, when I was off building or driving truck or whatever, I still always, was buying and selling. Man, I'm a junker, man. I always buying, and selling and trading and stuff. So anyway, so we do that. We just got back. We went down below last week and made the rounds, hit a couple of indoor yard sale flea market things and some thrift stores. You hit the thrift stores. Usually after Christmas, thrift stores get pretty good because people are clearing out their old, But we scored a few things. I'm more into the hillbilly and the, the antique, rustic stuff, and scored a few things while we were down there. And then I scored some coal when we were down there. So I think I touched base on it in the last video, man. I couldn't find coal, and still haven't found a supply. I almost had to get on my knees and beg to, get 100 pounds of coal from this one guy because they're using it as a place to heat, and that's where I used to buy it, but they weren't going to sell anymore. And man, I just oh, come on, man, just a little bit, and he ended up selling me 100 pounds. So I make knives and tools and blacksmith and stuff, and sell them, and pretty much sell them, about as fast as I can pound them out. So that's one of the things that we sell and that I can make here on the property, and that's our goal, is to make more stuff on this property to sell and stuff. And then something that came along about a year ago, because it's been almost 1 year since I did the first video, but I guess it's been about 9 months ago. We got contacted, and there's the video on here from the September films that they did a little film and stuff on us, and met Ty, the producer and stuff, and he came down, they filmed us and all that. It was really cool and stuff. And then after we got out of that, or actually during that time, there's all these other production companies and stuff, wanting to talk to us. And first we were kind of starstruck, and then got to be, more of them talking to us, and started getting it all together and stuff. And anyway, about 2 weeks ago, a production company that we've been talking to and stuff, we actually got, not a lot, but a little bit of money to do a little production thing with them, and see where it goes from there. So we'll see how that turns out. And that was a little bit of money to get us through help get through this winter and stuff. So that was nice, and kind of crazy to get paid for just being who we are. That was kind of reassuring, and it's reassuring. It's just kind of cool to, somebody's that interested in what we're doing and all that. I started doing these videos just as a fluke, and man, everybody's teased me. Oh yeah, you're blah blah blah. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with that, man. Christmas is a week and a half away. Man, we're almost through it. I love Christmas and stuff. It's just not what what it's supposed to be about. It's just not what it should be or used to be. But anyway, y'all, sure I'll check in and do maybe a sit down with Miss Kitty and stuff before Christmas. And you guys all have a good week and try to stay warm. I hope this warmer weather. Yesterday I was out here in short sleeves pounding metal. It was great. All right, we'll talk to you later.